Hey guys, welcome to the May 2020 budget review. This one is going to be a little bit different than we normally do, partially because I have to rush through this. I've got about an hour to record before it becomes midnight and this budget's no longer available. And also because I actually made more than I spent this month for probably the first time ever. So we'll see that that's a little bit better. But let's just go ahead and get started here. As you can see, I didn't have any AdSense money coming in, and my paycheck was less than I expected. Essentially, I was calculating 84 hours per week for 3 weeks, but it was a week of training and then a day or two off. And then there was 1 week where, because of the way the pay periods were, I only got like 82 hours. So I do expect it to be closer to the 6,000 next month, but obviously still this is much more than I normally make. I did also get a Instacart referral. That's $25. And then down here with the other income, $3 in interest from my checking accounts or from my savings accounts, $99 in return purchases. I had bought, well, yeah, I guess it would have been in the end of April. I bought a carry-on and a few items to travel, and the carry-on ended up being too big for the airline, and I didn't end up using travel items, so I just returned those. And then the YouTube PayPal donation. So thank you, Kevin, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but thank you for that. Just so you know, that $10 went to a extra payment on my small credit card. I always have a PayPal link down in the description of my videos, and anything that is ever donated there does go directly toward debt payments. So thank you, Kevin, for donating that. Auto insurance is under this month, and that's because they did give a credit for the virus, I guess because people aren't driving as much. So I won't turn that down. Car payment was right on, and I did make it a little bit early, so I got a little bit extra on there. And as we go through the list here, one of the things you guys are going to see is that there are some transactions that I'm not 100% sure of. It's because I am running late and I literally fly out in like 7 hours to my next job site. So I want to make this video while this budget's available, but there are a few things like Target transactions that are just under shopping. Usually I break them down into like home supplies and personal care and things like that. And I will do that, but I just don't have time to do that tonight. So gas and fuel, that is over. And I wasn't sure what to set for that. I lowered it from what I've been setting it. But I did take a trip home, so I ended up getting 2 tanks of gas. So that's what that is. Electric is right on, so is internet. And the phone looks like it's way over, but it's actually just the way the payment dates fell. I ended up paying 1 month and then like the next month as well. I guess I'll have to check into this. I'm actually not sure why this is 45 instead of 44, because 44 is the budget amount. And then the student loan, I looked into this and realized that I didn't change this from the April budget. It should actually be around the 333 because currently my federal loans are in deferment under the CARES Act, so I'm not making payments there. And I am making payments on my Navient loans, but those are currently showing here in the 333 balance. So I just forgot to lower this budget when I made the budget at the beginning of the month. You will see I went way over on fast food, but it's also because I dropped that budget so low. Essentially, I am getting a per diem card. Even though I have the per diem card, a lot of times we were ordering as a group, and I ended up paying for food to reimburse coworkers who paid for it up front at the restaurant. And that's kind of the same thing that happened here with the restaurant budget, although I did actually eat at some restaurants once I came home from my deployment. Groceries, I would say, is about the same way. I didn't think that I was going to spend as much money on that as I actually did. But now that I'm getting used to what deployment is going to be like, I think that I'm going to be better equipped to lower these for next month. No gifts or donations. You will see 479 out of 250 for the doctor. When I got this job, I had to do a lot of medical testing. And I know I've mentioned here on the channel before that I hadn't been to a doctor in 20 years. So I did blood tests and several other tests, and there were some things that were found, and I'm getting further testing and seeing some specialists. I don't have insurance right now, so that's what that is. Now, I did not see my counselor, which would have been 125 times 2, meaning the 250 here. I do have an appointment with her on the 9th of June, and I'll possibly see her once or twice in June. But this 479 right here is like the main. This was just the specialist that I saw, and then rent is the same, and renter's insurance. My storage was paid on time, so no late fees this month. And my business expense of $1. That is actually when Kevin made that donation to me. PayPal takes a fee, so it's less than $1, but that's accounted in there. And then you'll see clothing, 39 of 30. That was just set for $30 to have a budget there because I wasn't sure if I needed anything. But I did actually buy 2 shirts. They were both on sale, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just super short on shirts. I'm not really even sure what's going on with that. And stuff for mom, I'm actually going to have to look at this. I would bet this is miscategorized somewhere. In fact, that might even be under the grocery budget. I'll have to fix this, but I did pay mom's storage, so that should be right here. And then you see everything else. I had to buy a headlight, replace that. The $44 is the interest charge on my credit card. The service fee of $2 is for the money order. Food and dining. Oh, I know what that is. That was at the airport, and I bought a couple things, and it didn't really fit under restaurant or fast food, so I just left it there. $38 in snacks. Now, I will say I have a pile of receipts over here, and I'm going to sort through these and separate it out. Not all these snacks were for me. I've been, between my coworkers and friends, just buying stuff for them, but I've kept track of what was for me and what was for them. And I'm going to be creating a new thing on here, like food for others or something like that, so I can just separate that out. Personal care, $14. That, I believe, was some of the like toiletry kind of stuff that I needed for the trip. Hair, this is actually, oh, you know what? No. Personal care was hair product. I had to order that. Hair is actually getting my eyebrows waxed because I hadn't had that done since I think August of last year, and that was out of control. And then laundry was because the hotel has coin laundry facilities, so I do have to pay cash for that. So this is eyebrow wax plus tip. And then shopping, $175. So this is various different things. A big part of this should probably actually be under the doctor thing. Essentially, I ordered a medical book that is for one of the things that I'm working through. I'd have to double check that, but that's what that's supposed to go to. And then transfer for cash spending, I did take $20 out cash that I then got changed for. I used that $20 as cash to do laundry at the hotel. Air travel, that is $30 checked bags times 2, there and back. Those will actually be reimbursed. I have expense reports that I have to fill out in the next couple days. $96 for a hotel. I need to double check that price, but I did go home to visit my mom because the nursing home is now allowing visitors. So I hadn't seen her since February, and I went, actually just got back yesterday, and did have to stay somewhere while I was down there. And then rental car and taxi, this is actually about $39, and this will also be reimbursed. So hopefully in June's budget, you guys will see that. And let's go ahead and check how we did on the goals. All right, so oh, okay. I have no idea why it says this. That can't possibly be right. $1,442. I set the budget at $354. I guess maybe if it received the stimulus in May, that might be it. Because I think I got that April 30th, and then it is probably 1,200 of that, and then 242. And then I just transferred another $84 today, which is not showing up yet. So that might be it. And then making progress on some of these other goals that don't always track correctly, but have made some progress on these as well. So checking out income by merchant, this is my main job, and this is 78% of my income. This was my last paycheck, which I got on May 1st from my old job. And then let's see what the other is. Return purchases, Instacart referrals, PayPal donation, and interest. Now, I don't normally go into a debt breakdown here, but I want to do that today because somebody requested that in one of the previous videos. And all accounts. So since somebody requested this in a recent previous video, I'll go ahead and do this. The biggest ones here, of course, are the student loans. Don't know why that one won't pop up, but car loan, and then just to show you guys this here, this is the big credit card. This one I never use. And you guys see I actually got this credit card paid off this month. And yeah, the rest of these are paid off already. So it's not that, I mean, amount wise, it's a lot to pay off, but number of accounts wise, it's not that much left to pay off. All right, so then let's go ahead and look at the net worth over time. All right, so you can see here there's a pretty significant spike up. Assets have gone up some, debts have gone down quite a bit. So let's take a look at the actual numbers here. All right, so you can see that assets have increased quite a bit by about 2,300, and then debts have decreased quite a bit as well. That looks like a decrease in debts of $700.69. I did make an extra $34 payment to the credit card today, which is not accounted for here, and I'm planning on making another one here in a day or two. So then taking a look at the net worth, we're seeing this here. Just to adjust this for the difference between the checking account and what it actually reports on Mint, because it's usually a day or two late, I have subtracted out that amount. That is actually going to put us at negative $168,128.12. So that is a increase in net worth of about 2,000, 1,500, 2,000, just doing the math in my head. over last month. My goal for the extra money that I have for this coming deployment is going to be to just stash it all away in savings. So at the end of June's budget review, you should see the assets increased significantly as well. And of course, I would expect that this kind of progress with the net worth will also be pretty similar. You should see it up here. So even though this job is temporary, I'm definitely making some good progress for right now. So thanks everyone for watching. And if I'm a little slow with videos or responding to comments, I work 13-hour shifts, 21 days straight, but I do check everything, and I'm going to do my best to get stuff out to you.